Well, hello everybody. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to another episode of the challenge for today. Okay, we got Pee Wee and Shady and them all lined up. We got everybody waiting for the show. Okay, give you a little walkthrough. Today's challenge, they got to come through there, come all the way across, pass up the bus. Come up that ramp there. Now this will get tricky. The first round, they can come down through here. Okay, make it across, come back out. They're gonna come around through a loop here. They have a couple ways around, so it's gonna be like a little challenge here. And then of course they got to come through this area here. All right, and of course we got special guests in the house. We have Winter, and Thick Man watching the show. So double tap on that screen. We appreciate y'all. Please like and subscribe. And just stay tuned. We have more to come for you. Guess we'll see if we can get going with Iron Man here first. Get you a better spot so you can see Iron Man make it through there. Now that's stage one. Looked very easy, but we kind of add some stuff to it to make it challenging. Remember, this is a challenge track today. We're always rebuilding, so let's see what we got for it so far today. Don't mind the helicopter, y'all, just a paparazzi. Cue chicken. No chicken? Okay. And you even got the mailman up in the tree there. So far, so good. Now, like I said, we need to make it very interesting, right, y'all? Hello, everybody out there. How y'all doing? Please double tap on the screen so we get the like. Stay tuned for more. We're doing another challenge today. Thank you, thank you. Please enjoy. Don't forget to double tap. We have a lot more to come. Testing out a new little track here. See, do we like this one here? And see how the vehicles can handle up to it. As you can see, we done did little changes. We can spot the changes. Give us a thumbs up. Made a little spot back that a real tight area. Okay, we just demonstrating right here with Iron Man how the track's gonna go for the run today. We're gonna try to do a little time lapse. I mean, not a time lapse, a time run on the Toyota and the Jeep doing these same moves right here. So we just getting you a little, yeah, it's a little tough there. Each time you hit something, it's a purring off, so. And then we're gonna see what else we can do with this challenge here. Since they're gonna have to come out here, remember that the goal is not to touch anything and come out just like that. Iron Man demonstrated a little walkthrough of the area, how it's gonna go. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right. So hello everybody out there. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. Double tap on the screen. We really appreciate it. We're making our little skill track here. As you can see, it got a good little gap in there. Okay. So we're just making it very interesting for the challenge. Okay. We're gonna do the speed challenge probably a little later, but right now we're gonna see what we can do. Just surviving the new board, the first test run, the first test drive rather. Okay. Yeah, we're getting everybody ready, y'all. This today's test run. As you can see, we got our spectators, our judges on the side. Up in the air, down low, and we even have. Sorry about that. The mailman hiding up in the tree, y'all. And homeboy, he back there just chilling. Yep. Let's get another shot here. Chevy tough. We appreciate y'all taking time out y'all day to check us out. We always doing a little bit different little builds for our RC vehicles here. And, you know, just having a little fun, taking time out. You know, a little work goes into it. Of course, you got to move stuff and figure out what you want and see how you want to do it, you know. But, yeah, that's what we doing here. We having our little construction crew out. We have our Fast and Furious. We have our trail finders, you know, rock crawlers. You know, we just get out and have a little fun. But this is our little home base right here. So it's a lot little upgrades what we're going to do here. And we appreciate y'all tuning in and watch us upgrade this here. And like I said, we do a lot of different sets. Y'all can check out some of our older videos, and you'll see a lot of different sets like this. We'll call them sets. I call them skill tracks because give you a little bit, push your vehicles a little bit more to the limit, other words. All right, and then you can always upgrade your vehicles with different parts too to make them go a little faster and move a little better would be like batteries, shocks, motors, you know, the whole 9 yards. You could just take one and rebuild it, put metal shafts in there, metal gears, depending on how powerful if you want it. Now, if you want something basic, let's go back here to the red one here. Yeah, him right there. That one there can run this whole track, but the power steering in it, we would call a server. Okay, that's the steering, the server. It's a little rough, but you could change that out and you can get a better steering in there, like you have on that Chevy and the Jeeps and the rest of them. Those are things how you can upgrade. But if you want to have your nice little build, you know, something you could take time and with the stuff that you have around and, you know, put together. So this is a little something stuff I had around and I just constantly move it and use the imagination and see what set I'm going to make today. Yes, this is really concerned. Concerned. Yeah, I'm concerned right now. Brother Ty. Yeah. But it takes a little bit to do these things here to move and put in place. Like I said, you can do anything you want. You can upgrade your vehicles, you know, fit them on the terrain that you might want to do. It could be indoor, outdoor, you know, a watercraft. You know, we appreciate everybody out there. I'm sorry if I didn't get to you. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, you know, and we have a lot more to come. So, you know, each time we come out here with, you know, we have different segments, you know. Today is the RC segment. We have the car show. We have the driving show. We have a lot going on, you know. We got a little comedy going on in there. As you can see, like them over there. Let me give you a little helping hand. See, they waiting on their food right there. See, that's the chef. You got the doctor and the nurse right there. Make sure the food is correct. And, you know, we got a whole little different characters. We got a whole bunch of different characters. And we're not only in the backyard build, because basically what this is, a backyard build for my RC cars. And, you know, my little set, what I could use my little comedy when I get ready with Pee Wee and Shady and the crew, as you can see, all stretched out here. And, you know, it's just about having fun, taking time out and enjoying yourself, you know. So don't forget. Please like and subscribe and double tap on that screen there so we can get a like. All right. And please leave good comments. You know, we doing our best here. We ain't one of them super channels here. We're a little small one here. We trying to grow. With y'all help, we will. Thank y'all so much for y'all appreciation. And, well, thank y'all for tuning in, okay? We appreciate y'all for tuning in. And subscribing and liking. You know, yes, this is a lot of work to do, y'all, to put out, but the satisfaction of just having fun and sitting there. Some people had to go pay. Yeah, To go to have a little setting. Well, I'm just showing you could do your little set in the backyard, in the house. Just don't get in trouble with the rest of the people. You can do it anywhere. Or, you go to the park, you can go to a trail, mountains, beaches, because we've been everywhere. If y'all check out our videos, you see they've been everywhere, man. Yes, everywhere. All up on mountains, by the ocean, on beaches, in the forest. Uh huh. Yeah, real trail finding. Rock crawling. We've been on some. Oh, you got to check some of them videos out. Especially that Jeep there, Fancy was chasing after Pee Wee and Shady and the other vehicles, trying to get them to come back. Y'all need to check that one out. That one pretty funny. Nice view though. If you look at the surrounding, you'll love it. But like I said, you can take your RCs and take them and do anything you want. But today, challenge was, as you can see, we're starting it out going through there and come around. Well, started here, come around there, and make the little loop and stuff like that. But some spots, like I said, is a little difficult because it's a challenge. Okay, and see which vehicle make it. So we had Iron Man going out the gate. Then later on, we're gonna have Pee Wee and two-man slash cab man, just slash mechanic man and Fancy. We're gonna do the run too, but they're gonna do it in a little faster speed. Yeah. Because they're a little bigger vehicles, but it also leads to some oopsie. That's why we like to slow roll it so you can see how it go with skills. If you go too fast, you'll crash. If you drive safe, you'll pass slace. What do you say, pass slace? Oh, don't worry about it. It's a big word. Oh, man, I don't even know what he said. I don't me either, bro. Oh, man, I thought you were watching this thing, man. Oh, bro, don't you see I'm filming here? Excuse me. Y'all important people. All these fancy Iron Man up there, he hear you. My bad. Back to the story, y'all. We're trying it out from different angles and testing our skills out. So one day, if we do go out, we'll be ready for some of them big boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen out there. Now, give some shout outs, They got some people out there been out here, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, been doing this RC thing for a good little while. And it's very fun and very relaxing. And depending on what you like and, what level that you want to go, from beginner to advanced, you got middle grade in there, but, you got to start somewhere. So, but, it's just like anything else. You take care of your RC will do what it's supposed to. And just like a car or everything else with maintenance, you do have to do maintenance. Where sometimes you can have to replace the batteries, just like a car, shocks, tires, motors. Some of them have oil filled shocks, and you can do that too to your vehicle. That's what called part of the upgrade after marketing. Okay. We just have so much going on, and like that Jimmy over there. That Jimmy do good on a nice smooth surface. Him and Big Green, unless Big Green have a little weight in the back, above the axles there, and this terrain roll over real well for it. Shocking, isn't it? Now, anything else lower like that Dodge Charger right there, it'll be spinning out doing donuts because it wouldn't be able to make it on this terrain. Just nice little different little thing here. Okay, so we just getting the crew together. This right here, we're gonna get a shout out to Double Diesel. That was a birthday gift. Yeah, thick man. Been with us for a good while. Look at him. He need to go in there. We're gonna make this a swimming pool. They got wash day coming up, so stay tuned. That's gonna be very interesting. Man, that's a lot of washing. You know that? And you just can't put a hose pipe on and just. No, you got to have a little. For me, I use a little brush, okay, and a little bitty, little smart towel. I'm gonna tell you about the smart towel. Now, a smart towel could be a napkin, old sock, something that won't get hung up in those parts that's on the vehicles, like the bumpers and stuff like that, and the overlays, the accessories that's on the side of them, you know. So, as you can see, it's a lot goes on into this RC world here. Give you a little view, area view. Now this side here, like I said, we're working on it. We're getting it together because we like building with little simple things. Sometimes it really don't take nothing major. It's just the simple things, you know. Like I said, simple things in life is the most enjoying, the most fun. Why? Because there's no stress behind it. And this is like for once you start getting into this, some of it is, you know, complicated, and some of it is a little easy. So it depends on what level that you want to go. If you like puzzles, you can buy a kit, and that's that really gets your mind going, you know. Because speaking of kits, that gray one right there, that was a kit. I had to put that one all together. But that takes time. Sometimes it takes you a few months. Sometimes it takes you a few weeks. It's all depending on, you know, what's your preference, what you like, you know, and what kind of stuff that you want to upgrade with. It might be, you might want to upgrade with some shocks and tires, or might be a motor. You might want it to go real fast. So you can upgrade the motor. Like that blue one back there, the Colonel be driving. That's a MM96, I think, something like that. I gotta get back with you on that one. But we upgraded the motor on that one. That thing there, boy, I'm telling you, it's like, whoo, let's go. I'm like, all right, calm down, calm down. It's okay. All right, calm down. So, you know, and when you're doing skill tracks like this here, they do have speed times with them. Also, they do have, this how I go. Let me break it down to you. Okay, in the skill track, you have so many divisions in the skill tracks. One, you have just taking your time and conquering all the terrains, whatever track it may be. It may be a wooden track. It may be we got so many wooden tracks. You can go all kinds of ways. Check some of our vehicles out and our videos. My bad. You have rock terrain. You have dirt terrain. You have sand. You know, different challenges, especially in rock crawling. Rock crawling, that's a you got to take your time, or you're gonna will tear up your vehicle, unless you got one of them bashers. A basher is a vehicle that's really rough and tough, but they still get broken too. So, in the RC world, we like to put kits and stuff on them like that. All right, they become trophy vehicles. Some, you know, like be on the shelf, but these the ones you can take out and play with. Okay, and then when you finish cleaning them up, then you put them back on the shelf. You know, your little models, you know. But you know, it's very fun for me. Like I said, I've been doing this for years, since a child, and seen many different clubs and many different RCs over the years. And you know, you have them from all over the world. You know, you have different manufacturers of RCs. So that's something we'll get into another time. But you know, we always throw out a couple names. You know, we do like Traxxas, Tamiya. We have some what is Lotus? Yeah, that's our racing cars. That Camaro, and then we have some, you know, all type of market vehicles. You know, and try it out. Some was donated. Some of them was say, well, I don't know what to do with it, and we fix them up. And they say, I don't want it, so we just, that's what we do. We work on some that can be fixed. Some you can fix with other parts called aftermarket parts. Some of them you could just use it for parts, you know, or gut it out or rebuild the whole thing. And that's very interesting. Once again, that bring you back into the kits. And all of them you can kit them up the way you like. But if once in this RC world here, every year, especially around Christmas time, they go up just like everything else. But the season is for RC is really year round, because you could run them in the snow. If you put water kits on them and a little spray. And some of them, don't run them in the ocean. Please don't do it or play around in the ocean with them. They will not work anymore. You will have to rebuild it. And you can see a couple of my videos. One say, oh no. Yep, and I mean, oh no. It don't work anymore, but it's still salvageable for parts, my buddy. That's my buddy. Yep, I lost my buddy. Yep, we went out for the birthday bash, and they decided they want to go swimming. And I said, no, don't go swimming. But yes, it would decide that I turned left, it want to go right. So it went right on but it sailed like a boat for a good little while. But it was amazing. It made it all the way back to my destination. Even though I tried to put some water on it and try to get the sand and the salt off the motor and everything. But what it does, even though you try, some of them you can salvage, some of them you can't. What it did at that time, oh man, it was just too late. It was just too much for it. But it was like, bruh, I done went everywhere with you, man. I done rock crawled. I done ran on the beach. I done went trail running. And my time is up. I'm done. And then his partner want to go out there with him. I'm like, really? But y'all need to check out the video. It's funny, but, sad at the same time. But that's all a part of RC. You never know what's going to happen, because you can easily break these little bad boys and girls. Yep. That's why I say, start it off and check it out, see what you like in them. Let's take a little walk here. Yeah, we have them all over. So what we was talking about was that one right there, that little white one, and the blue one. Yeah, see, the blue one is like a little basher. It's tough, rugged. It also can rock crawl a little bit, but it's real fast and it's speedy, okay? And you can put it on the beach and stuff like that in the sand, or you could change the tires out. But this one here I had all over rock crawling, did different films, and if you check out the videos, y'all see it in action. It's a real good vehicle till you meet the ocean. And that's how the thing go. That's how the thing go, y'all. But to give you an overview, this is our little track that we change up from time to time. We're gonna do more to it. It's just having fun. And like I said, you can modify your RC vehicles the way you want. You can even take something like, for example, you could take something like this regular bulldozer and get RC parts for it, and boom, you got your RC. You had to buy a remote, batteries, and the same thing. So basically, that's how they do the kits. That's how they make the RCs. But, yes, I love RCs, y'all. And I thank y'all once again, everybody, for tuning in and taking time out. This is our little RC town, RC mechanic shop, RC skill track, and challenge track. So today is skill and challenge, because we're going to have some challenges coming up. We're going to improvise a little bit here. As you can see, Iron Man was giving you a little demonstration earlier of how the track goes in motion. So let's see. Trying to get you in a good spot here because it's a pretty large track, as you can see. Bill, and try to have fun with it. You know, one of my little spots here, I'm still trying to figure out to do is right here in this corner with the little mechanic shop over here. I'm thinking about expanding it. You know, we don't want it too big, you know, because we need room. Look like I got some stuck underneath the tires there. Okay, did we get it out? Yeah, tree branch. And that's another thing with your RC vehicles, the maintain maintenance, to keep them up. You can go out here and play with them, but remember they have battery life, and also just like anything else, after a while you run them so much you have to buy new batteries, and watch you don't overcharge your batteries because that'll make your RC function not work very well. Okay. Yep. And it's a lot goes on into RCs. You know, they have different, like I said, different markets and different things. You know, it's just, to me, it's fun. You know, when you just take the time out and just enjoy yourself. You know, relax, have your friends over, or if you by yourself, or you know, family. You know, family affair. Yeah. And trust me, we had started some different RC clubs, and there was a lot of families out there, you know. You'd be surprised. Now, give a shout out to the ladies out there. They got some lady skilled drivers out there are rolling, really rolling. Okay. And they also, what they call it, adventures. RC Adventures. RC Adventures is something like this. Is where they go on trail findings. And somewhere down the trails, you're gonna see some buildings and some different artworks. You know, houses. Way better than this, y'all. Soon come, soon come. But you know, those locations that you can check out with those RC Adventures, you could be RC Adventure yourself. Just take your vehicles and build, like you could build them or build you a track. Basically, you know, a lot of people that getting into RC become builders, and it's very easy. It's not complicated. Some whew, take a little time than the others. And then, especially when they got the little bitty screws and stuff in them, you know, the little bitty bolts, and you're gonna need magnifying glasses and sorting kits and you know all that. So it's a lot goes on into building RCs. You know, you had to get the little kits, soldering kit, little tool kit, little wrenches, and everything that you know basically you would need to repair them or to upgrade them. But you know, it depends on how you are with them. You know, if you rough on them, it's gonna be rough on you. And, you know, if you easy with them, it's gonna be easy on you. You know, and every now and then you will get some bangs and bruises in them. You know, you might lose some parts, and and like I said, they have aftermarket parts out there. You know, and you can always get those from your nearest hobby shop, online, or you know, you could buy another vehicle, or you know, depending on what you want. You know, so once again, thank everybody out there. Please double tap. If you're just tuning in, we're having a little RC challenge today. We're waiting on the batteries here, see where they charge today, and the weather have a lot to do with it too. I thought I was prepared today with the batteries for those, but when I sit them out here setting up the set and everything, and Iron Man said like, I got the juice. So we said, okay, Iron Man, just show them your juice then, baby. And as you can see, gave a little demonstration of the track today and the layout, and we have more to come. So stay stay tuned, stay right there, enjoy, and relax. And don't forget, we don't mind if you binge watch. We got a lot of videos out there. You know, we 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 love what we do, y'all. This is love. Just taking time out to look. Let me break it down to you. All these RCs I collected and stuff over the years, and people donated, and some of them I fixed up, some of them kits, and all these years I've been doing videos of these RCs in a little different journey. And we've been on a long road with these RCs a few years, and we have like over 5,600 and something videos or more. Okay, and we have, like I said, like this set here, we have all different styles of sets. So I think it's over like over 500 or something like that sets or more. Okay, I'm just getting you a little overview of this here, of our love of RCs, my love of RCs. Now, everything that what you see here called accessories, like those jacks over there, those little red jacks right there next to the, let me get a little closer here. See those right there? Those are little car jacks, you know. Then you got the other jacks, you know, the barbecue pit, the people, you know, so all these things you just collect, or if you don't have them, you can just put what you want. Sometimes you don't have to have all that, but like I said, my love for the RC, it grows, so things grow with it. You know, you start out with one little thing, then it goes to whoa, you know. Then that's where you see some of them have a trophy shelf of RCs. Now, I just have a little bit. They got some have rooms, rooms for the RCs, okay? I done seen people got kicked out. Oh, man. But, you know, like I said, this is my love for RCs. And it takes a little time and a little patience. Sometimes it goes well, then sometimes you have a little accident, like I said about the truck that ran into the water. You should check it out. That was, a lot of people liked it. If once you watch it, you'll see the views on it, you'll see why. Okay, but we got Pee Wee and Shady. They're those two characters. They just go on and do their thing by themselves. And then we have us over there in the blue truck right there, that blue Jeep right there. That's really like a Land Rover, you know. And that one we call the Colonel. Him and Pee Wee and Shady and them always getting into it. And then, like I said, we have the rest of the crew. You know, we have the space lady, and we have Stretch, we have the cop, we have the chef, the doctors. We got, like I said, we got a lot of different characters out here. So, you know, we just have fun with our RC because this is very enjoying. And I hope it's for me. I hope it's enjoying for you, and give you a little knowledge on RCs and how you can expand with your RC, how you can get more for something less. Like the little red truck right there, you know, they're all different price ranges depending on where you get it from, but they're low range. So you can purchase something like that, and then you can kit it up, and it'll operate like the ones that can handle a bigger terrain. That's what they call upgrading, and that's one thing I love about RCs. Some of them that you can upgrade. Now, the difference in things that you really is, in other words, you can upgrade anything, but its modifications comes with it, and that's a whole different ball game. And some vehicles you can modify, some of them you can't, and it's fun, you know. So like I said, choose your battle, stay in your lane, buddy, stay in your lane. You know, if you're a beginner, you're good, you know, but it's a lot of YouTube videos out there show you how to do it and how to work with things. But you know, you need to just have fun, whatever makes you happy in your build, and doing what you do, and enjoy or challenge your family members. You know, it's just like playing dominoes or cards. You know, it's challenging and to test your skills out, you know, and it take practice, you know, and also knowing what type of terrain your RC can go on. That's why I like building different terrains for my RCs, because for me, these terrains are fitting the vehicles that I have. And you can always buy dirt or rocks or whatever that you need, or if you have it already, you can just use it. And me, I like to use what I have or what's available around. You know, you can be on the budget or not on the budget. You know, but the thing is, it's not about the cost or how much or how less. It's about how much time that you can be able to spend and enjoy. Reflect back to some of your childhood days or something that you like. Like, for example, that truck right there, that red truck right here, I'll be showing. Like I said, it's a story behind some of these RCs out here for me. And it might be something for you. Might be a family member, might be a friend, or might be a vehicle that you used to love or whatever. You know, you can have that out as a RC, or, you know, depending on what level that you want to go. My love for RCs, as you can see, I have quite a few. I love dump trucks. I love off-road tractor trailers, excavators, cranes. You know, and I have some Fast and Furious ones too. You know, check out some of the other videos. We have some, man, that I'd be scared to drive half of the time because one, that Dodge Charger. Oh man, it's an EV. Oh man, they they jacked me up, y'all. Let me tell you how they jacked me up. They told me, yeah, oh, this vehicle here is pretty fast. I said, oh yeah, I like a fast vehicle. Yeah, but they didn't tell me how fast it was. They said, but now if you change the batteries, it'll go a little faster. I said, oh, okay, but now you got to make sure the battery is just right, because if not, you'll burn the vehicle up. Ah, okay. So, you know, you had to test run and make sure. Then some of them you had to put cooling systems in to cool them down, keep the battery and the motor and the components from burning up. Well, this vehicle, I didn't need to do none of that. Okay, just don't run it too long and too hard. Well, I got in there, man. I was just, the guy said, make sure it's open field, open area. So I tried the open area. You know how they have the little yellow little dots in the street, the little speed dots? Yeah. Oh man, I opened that little thing up, boy, and the car was passing one way, and I'm like, where the car come from? I didn't see the car, and it passed the car up, and the car was looking at it, and then the car went on and pulled to the side, and he said, oh man, that's a nice little car. And I'm talking to him, and I forgot which way I was going. Then I stopped the car, and then I came back, another car was coming behind me, y'all. And you see like the little rocks there? Boy, I was coming, boy. I was trying to hurry up, get back to the other side before that car come, and it hit one of those little speed bumps. Whoo! It might be, you know, nice on your bicycle or your car, even when your car go doo-doo, you know, the little yellow reflectors. Well, that thing went up in the air like the Dukes of Hazzard, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Boy, then it did like some flips and everything, then came down like a cat. I was done. And then one of my friends hollered out, oh man, that thing tough. I was over there, please don't be broke. Please don't be broke. I went over there. It was tough as nails. It was like, I need more space. I like, guess what? We're going to put you back in the box for right now. You're a little bit too wild and fast and furious. Okay? But we have the Chevy Camaro is fast. And we have another Tamiya vehicle by Tamiya, like the great Scania right there. And it's another truck. It's a race truck that kind of took the body, need to redo the body on. We're going to try to see can we get that one up and running. And some of them are race vehicles. Some of them are rock crawling, trail finding, a variety of things that I do out here. And I really try to show you different terrains for these vehicles. Now, I'm not sponsored by nobody but myself. Okay? So, you know, I have fun. I have love for these here. You know, this is something that, you know, different hobbies. Everybody have different hobbies. This is one of my hobbies. And really time consuming. Well, if you have a lot of RCs, but also you can cover your stuff up, or you can do like I do. Everything comes in because I don't want to get weather damage. Some of them you leave out in the weather to give it that teen look. Some people like to have that old look on the RC, just like you do on the regular vehicles. So, have you ever seen any our car shows, my local car shows? You'll see some of these RCs out there having fun, especially the Camaro and that Charger, the big axle Jeep with Thick Man and Fancy. Those two there, and the Pee Wee and Shady used to drive it, but they got jacked up out by them too. So we've been on a lot of adventures, and we have a lot more to come. So don't forget to double tap on that screen so we can get the like. And who knows where we might pop up at next, and what adventures that we would do. Like I said, we like rock crawling, mountain on the side. We had one, we did a mountain, y'all. Y'all need to check that out. Oh man, that battery, I had two batteries and then I had to use, about time I finished coming down towards the end of the mountain, I had to use my backup battery. But we talking about, it was like an hour, and I say about an hour and 40 minutes or something like that, hike going one way. Okay, and then you could break down, but I just try to do the whole little thing in one set. Oh boy, and I did it. But I was looking for one of them Uber bikes, Somebody pick me up, bring me back down. I said, well, I'm too heavy to ride in the vehicle, so next time I go up there, I bring a heavier vehicle, the one that... Now, they got some RCs, different scale sizes, y'all. As you can see, these are out here are different scale size RCs and vehicles. But they have some way larger than these. Yes, we call them the big boys, big boy toys. Oh yeah, yeah, they put a dent in that pocket too. I have other things I could do, but like I said, we ain't knocking them. Somebody give me one. I do a test. Any RC vehicles out here, just check out our vehicles. We didn't put them through some serious tests. So if you have thinking that you might want to get something in the future or see how it run, we getting you the real live action tests on them. We ain't getting paid for no marketing test right here. This is what we like for our RC vehicle because we love them. Okay, so we'll know what kind of terrain that they can run on, and see, like, look at this. Look at that. Look at that suspension in there. And see, sometimes you get stuff, debris trapped up in there. That's from you riding. But like I said, yeah, they have RCs in different sizes and micro RCs too. Minis and stuff like that. And, say something you want to build something small in your house. You could use one of those mini RC vehicles and build what you want, and make your own little set, your backyard build. This is RT Backyard Build for the day. Yes. Once again, for the RC vehicles that I have. Like this one here, it can roll through anything, but you have to have weight in the back. I'm giving you the breakdowns of it, this right here, of the RCs. We're going to give you some breakdowns. In other words, we give you a little bit of everything when we show these here. Sometimes we don't say no, we just let them run. But today, we got to give a little bit more information because some people was asking about how fast they are, what's the durable, what's something they can give for their kids, their family, grandkids, friends or co-workers and stuff like that. Yes, this is very, a lot of avenues, okay? It goes so far. So depending on what you're looking for, you can use lightweight RCs like this one here. That's the double DE 151. Then we have another one somewhere around there, that one over there. but you know they can only do so much. But you can upgrade these vehicles, and you know we'll tell you about the sizes, the upgrades, and what's maybe best for your environment. You know they have smaller ones you can run inside, so you won't be all over the place. You can make your own little small tracks or little towns. They have different kits, hobby shops, accessory shops, and you could dress it up and do the things that you want to do with them. You know, what you like to see with your RC place. And then you can have other vehicles that you can set out, or people and stuff like that. Or, there's Halloween stuff coming up, So see, my neighborhood they don't come in Halloween no more, man. Because these RC cars at night, Halloween night, we just let them loose, and I can just make sure the battery's on. I think that's why it was the problem with these two right here. But you got to make sure you unplug them when you finish, because you don't know what be going on. You be walking away, going somewhere else, and it be like, he out the room? Oh, yeah, my turn to roll now, boy. Oh, yeah, he gone. Oh, yeah. Oh, he coming back, y'all. Oh, hurry, get back in place. You know, that kind of stuff, you never know. In this world out here today, you better just stay prayed up. Have fun. Treat everybody kind. Even though if they don't treat you kind, you just keep moving on. You do the right thing and be the right person, and find what hobby that you like that in tune your mind. Sometimes it takes you away from the world challenges, and sometimes you can create your own world. This is like RCs, where you see RC challenges and stuff like that. That's creating their own world, their own environment, where they did construction, trucking, or whatever. That's what this is about, having fun, y'all. Or something old job, or in most of the RC world out here too, you'll find a good percentage of contractors or truck drivers, crane operators, uh, racers, all different levels. And you'll be surprised some of them big movie stars y'all be seeing out there. They are RC lovers. Yep. From planes to cars to boats to drones and stuff like that. It's a big, big world. It's a whole different world, y'all. And like I said, you got different varieties. But we'd like to thank y'all for taking y'all time out and checking us out in our little RC world that we build. Like I said, we change up a lot, because we constantly building, y'all. But, skill tracks and, little something little fancy for my RC vehicle. So whatever you want to do for your RC vehicle, you know, you can do it. Whether it be inside or outside or take you with you on. Oh, there you go. Now, some of them are going out for traveling. Say you're going to a spot that, you want something to entertain yourself. You can be at the hotel room or, coming out the board meeting or whatever, blah, blah. You can pack some of one of these little small ones. Like I said, they got minis. They got different sizes of RCs. But you must take the battery out of all that, because the regulation of flying and stuff like that. And some of these batteries RCs are very powerful, very strong. Let me see for a minute. Let me set this right here so y'all can get a good little view and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So I was saying earlier about the batteries. Let me give you a little example. You have different varieties of batteries, different shapes, different sizes. This is just some. And these batteries here, sometimes it's always good when you buy one, always order another one. Some RC kits comes with extra batteries, some of them don't. But the ones I noticed that hold up a good good running time always be these big ones like this. And you know, they have different amperage. So let me just show you. Okay. Now this particular one, let's see, can we get something going here? Sometime in the battery area, it might take 5, 10, 20 minutes, sometime an hour, depending on what type of battery you have and the source. Running time. Some of them run for 30 minutes. Some only run for 5 minutes. It's the battery power system. So some of them can take a big battery and some of them can't. So what we did, let's see. Let's see, can we get something going here? Nope. Now, check this out. Now you see these right here? I just put those other, these supposed to be fresh batteries, y'all. And as you can see, they blinking, right? I'm just showing you for example. Sometime it happens. And the weather, this one here had a little magnet, pop the hood down, supposed to pop up. Or you go to this one here and you just come right here. And what I'm doing is just letting the batteries, as you can see, go all the way down. For some reason, even though they say charge, they'll wear out after a while. You know, and that do happens from time to time, especially when you use them for a good little while and you all over the place. Now, like this one here, this is the battery setup in here. You can see it's way back there, y'all. See there? Let me move my finger, get it close. This is the battery setup for this one. Little bitty battery, huh? Versus those other big batteries. Now, you say about 30 minutes of run time, 15, 20. It depends. Sometimes they run longer than that. And then when you start having issues with your battery, it's not working like that, that's letting you know it's the lifetime time for that battery is about over with. So when you buying RCs, sometimes the batteries don't last a long time on them, different grades. Especially when you see them like this, you already know that just buy your double. If you're going to run them a good while, over 30, 40, 50 minutes, whatever, you want to have your extra battery to run with. In the meanwhile, we're going to let these here run all the way down to the light don't even blink no more. We want to drain all whatever juice that's in there. Uh-oh. See it's moving by itself, y'all? And then sometime it could be what they call radio frequency. Sometime it could be Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. All those different frequencies do have an effect on your vehicles. Now, see earlier it wouldn't move, right? See, now it move a little bit, then it stop. Now, we having two issues. Just to give you a little RC lesson for today is, what is the two issues? We're having frequency issues and we're having battery issues. How can we tell which is which? Sometimes it's very hard and very complicated. But mostly when you know your battery is low, it'll operate like this or won't move. Even your lights on, you could try to move your controller and nothing will go. All right. So that tells me that I'm not in an area where I have a frequency problem. So it let me know that it's my batteries. So I got to let them drain all the way out properly before I can reuse them. If not, they will be gone. If not, I had to use what they call a supercharger charger to charge them up, and that's like a power booster for a dead battery, but they still won't last long. Okay, so in RC you have so many things that you have in every scale uh, that have the same thing. The battery issues. You always want to make sure you have your extra battery or 2 or 3, depending on how you like or how long you like to run your RC vehicles. And also, if you're putting it in a stressful situation where it's like pulling something that is not supposed to be done, it's too much weight or it's too hard for it, that also brings the juice of the battery down too. Okay, but that was RC battery life little quiz we had to pop in there and give you a little demonstration. So we gave you a little run today of our little track that we set up, and we're gonna see what we could do on the next one. And we appreciate y'all. Double tap. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. And if you have any comments, good comments, we appreciate all comments, but especially the good ones. Negative comments, you got to keep those to yourself. We're positive here and try to have fun. Enjoy. You never know, your grandkids or your family members or something like that might be watching and seeing your negative words. So be careful, be positive out there, y'all, and have fun. Broaden your mind and enjoy. And we'll try to give you some more RC 101 and some Pee Wee and Shady and some more stuff to come. Until then, keep your wheels a rolling. And we're rolling out, y'all. Roll on.